Welcome fluffy bunnies to the trip out to Crouch End Clock Tower. The stats you see on screen are the ones that I've done, not the ones that you see on the Komoot Link. The route out is similar to the ones in recent times. This one takes us out through Roxbourne Park, as is just seen in the previous clip. That takes us on towards Harrow. The route's set up in a loop and we keep going north on towards Harrow Weald. We then start towards the top of an arc, which is Elstree on the left, and we move towards onto High Barnet. We go through High Barnet, which is the top of our arc, and then head down through Colney Hatch and a whistle stop run past Alexandria Palace and then on to Crouch End and the Clock Tower. The montage that you see here now is actually the trip all the way out to High Barnet, where we'll talk a little bit about a nice little park that I found. But enjoy the montage in the meantime. The lovely little park that you see here is called Stony Fields Park. Originally this was farming plots, but in 1969 it evolved into the park you see today. The park is small, it's only 7.5 acres of land, but has lots in it. Dean's Brook flows through the Stonyfield Park, which is a tributary of the Silk Stream, which is a course that's just over 2 kilometres and starts in a culvert at the M1 motorway. It features an ornamental lake measuring 300 metres in length. The site also holds a designation of Site of Borough Importance of Nature Conservation Grade 2. And here we have another montage that is me going on towards High Barnet. Enjoy the music. This little war memorial is called Arkley War Memorial, and it was put in place in 1920 to commemorate World War I. It's also had later additions to commemorate World War II and the lost and fallen there. This is a Grade 2 listed monument. Located nearby to Barnet Museum, this park is called Ravenscourt Park. It was originally part of Barnet Commons. The general area was developed for housing in the 1880s, and the site laid out as Barnet Recreation Ground. It was renamed Ravenscourt Gardens, or Park, in honour of James Ravenscroft, a 17th century local benefactor. The church we're going past right now is St John's the Baptist Church. Its history goes all the way back to at least 1272, when the church used to stand. This also used to be the centre of town. In 1400, the church was rebuilt, and that rebuilt church then saw major renovations in 1871 by William Butterfield. In 1974, a serious fire caused enough damage that it's feared that the church would have to be pulled down. Luckily, it was saved. The repairs then ensued, and by 1984, some extra glass doors and fire suppression systems were put in place to solve this problem. Another quick montage with some music. This is Bethune Park. This was opened up in 1926. The site has a nature reserve, a basketball court, has footballs for seniors and juniors, has a multi-sports court, marked and measured walking group, and tennis courts, as you can just see to our right. When I planned this route, I hadn't realised that I was coming this close to Alexandria Palace. So I'm bumbling along here and then realise that to my right, and you'll see in a second, is the Ali Pali. And there we have it, the Ali Pali, a Grade 2 listed building. This was a private venture at first, opened up in 1875. The owners really wanted to sell it, and luckily for us, a local group of authorities managed to acquire it. Following this, an Act of Parliament created the Alexandria Palace and Park Trust. Trustees must make it available for free use and recreation for the public. In 1935, a part of the palace was leased to the BBC and history was made. This became the home for the production and transmission centre for the new television service. The clock tower is the end of the run, so why don't we have a little chat about it. The tower was erected in 1895 in appreciation and recognition of the public services of Henry Reeder Williams. Williams was an important local benefactor, was chairman of the local authority of Hornsey from 1880 to 1894, amongst other notable achievements. Moving on to the clock tower, it was designed by Frederick Knight and built by a Highgate builder, J.W. Dixon. This square tower is typically late Victorian in its mimicking of Italian Renaissance style. It has a solid looking base of rusticated Kentish ragstone blocks, a second level of horizontal buff yellow and brick red bands of terracotta, a two-part story of red brick with all sorts of fine detailing, including blind arcades and corbels, into which the four faces of the clock are set, and at the top an octagonal cupola of cream terracotta, with corner turrets surmounted by iron weatherway. It measures 63 feet from the ground.